I'm going to do a critique on assignment 8, Musical Artist Rebrand, for section 1, the Foundation Digital Media. So here's the project sheet. I'm just going to go to the bottom so we know what we're looking at. Here's the first phase, and that is a brainstorm statement and a brainstorm list. One thing I'm seeing and have seen, something you'll need to correct if you fall in this category, and that is to make sure that the words you put in your brainstorm are visual. And I'm just going to say that these need to be fixed. They're not visual. Okay, that's kind of how I'll do it instead of trying to explain it each time it happens. Okay, here we go. So first one up. Okay. Slipknot sings introspective songs about tribulations. Okay. So this is one case in point. How do you draw a hardship? How do you draw life? How do you draw duality? These need to be visual. Okay. Some of these, I mean, we can come up with an idea of what visually what it would look like. For instance, heartache might be a broken heart. Okay, sorrow might be tears. But for most these need to be visual. Okay. Go to the next one. And so love. These need to be visual. They're not. Anger. Swords. Okay. All right. Or shots. I don't know. Maybe bullet holes might be a better one. Or a bullet. Tears. Okay. False flexing. You know, how do you draw that? How do you draw violence? I know what a coffin looks like, or guns, or someone mad with, mad eyebrows. But love, how do you draw a girl? So a girl, or a woman, or a woman figure, a female figure. How do you draw destiny? How do you draw? Okay, so anyway, these need to be visual. Okay. These need to be visual. How do you draw fearful? How do you draw restless? How do you draw puzzled, anxious? Knots, tired, caution. I mean, if you want to, you could put a little drawing next to them. Okay, but they need to be visual. Life and death. Okay. Black crows, black. Okay, this is good. This is good. All of these are visual. Life, cross, clouds, candles, crown, doors, gate, keys. Great, all visual. Tears, broken heart, ice cream. Great, all visual. Yeah, okay, wonderful, nice job. Nice handwriting, first of all. I don't know if you did that by hand or typed it in or what, but that looks really good. Might be digital, might be on like a... Anyway, good job. Okay, nerdiness. Glasses, books, reading, outsider. I'm not sure how you draw outsider. Ties, caffeine, science. Punk, mohawk, guitars. Okay. Although each musical artist uses guitars, drums, crowds, and amps, so that we need something a little more unique. So these need to be visual in here. They're not. Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Okay. Okay, we're not necessarily looking for the research. Doesn't say that in this project sheet. I know I had a video on that, but we're just looking for this part here. Okay. So pain. Okay, that could work. Brain search, cross, God, kneel, pastor. Okay, good. blue. Okay, maybe, yeah. This, yeah. Yep. Okay, good job. Some of these are not visual. You have to, I mean, a test to see if they're visual is, can I draw a little icon next to it? And if someone who are just walking into the situation looked at that icon, could they say that word or guess that word? Or something very close to it, right? Yeah, so these are not visual. Many of these are not visual. Many of these are not visual. I mean, kaleidoscope, okay. Screaming, maybe you can do, you know, but for the most part, this needs to be looked at to make sure they're all visual. I think we just did this one. We did. Please check your files, make sure that the permissions are correct. Okay, so how do you draw grandpa, grandma, aunt, uncle, brother, sister? So some of these need some help or some reconsidering about how this will, you know, this visual, are they visual? Ask yourself that little picture, the test. Can I draw a little picture of this and would it read? Okay, so a lot of these things aren't really visual. Hugs, kisses, I mean, some of these are, but many are not. These are not. These are not. Smiles. Yeah, you need to make sure these are visual. And you know what? This is like too many. We just need to focus on one statement and the words from that statement. So you don't need to do all of them. Okay. Yep, same thing. These need to be visual. I mean, fires and blood, broken heart. Some of these and gunshots, I know, I mean, I can see what some of these are in my head, but there's many that are not visual in here. Make sure they're visual. Okay. These need to be visual. They're not right now, and you need to, that needs to be fixed before you move on to the next process, next phase. Okay, the love thing works. America. Yep, that seems to work pretty good, pretty visual. The drinking, I can see smoking or smoke or cigarettes, bottle caps, a jukebox, neon signs, shot glass, beer glass. Some of those work too. And then God, some of those work too, but some don't. But I think it's going decent direction. Some of these work. Handshakes, faces. You could draw a family. You could draw a home. You could draw a pillow. a bed, a fire, and blanket, maybe blankets. Hugs, green check mark, maybe not. Listening, a little bit harder, but can be done. Asylum, really hard to draw. So I would re-look at this and kind of remove the ones that are not visual, okay? That are not don't have a visual. You can't immediately do the test, which is drawing the little picture next to it, okay? All right, so make your brainstorms visual. All right, excellent. Thanks, everyone.